Welcome to all of you. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the floating point format representation and arithmetic related operations. So first let us go through the floating point realization. The floating point number is represented in the format x is equal to m into 2 to the power of e, where m is going to represent the mantissa and e is going to represent the exponential form. M, the mantissa, is going to be realized in terms of the Q format. So here we are going to have a typical representation consisting of 12-bit mantissa and 4-bit exponent. Among the 12-bit mantissa, the 11 bits are going to represent the actual value and 1 bit is going to represent the sign bit. In the exponent also, so the last bit is going to represent the sign bit and remaining 3 are going to represent the values. The mantissa and exponent both are signed numbers. So that is what here we are going to have the sign bit in the positions. Now let us understand the representation of a number using this floating point representation. So three different types of numbers are being represented: most negative, most positive, and the smallest positive number. Most negative number, so this is what the representation, this is the mantissa part we are going to have, and this is what the exponential representation we are having. So in the mantissa part, so this is going to be the sign bit, so that means this minus 2 to the power of 0, so that is going to be 1, so this is the sign bit and all other bits are equal to 0. In the exponential it is 0 1 1 1 binary we are going to have. That means the complete representations in decimal it is going to be -1, that is the mantissa converted to the decimal, it is -1 into 2 to the power of 7, so that is the power, the exponential part converted to the 2 to the power, so that is 2 to the power of 7 we are going to have, so minus 128 we are going to have. So similarly, most positive number we are going to have it as 127.9375 and smallest positive number is 2 to the power of -19. So now let us go through a simple problem of conversion of given decimal number into the floating point representation. Let us go through the problem statement. Convert each of the following decimal numbers to the floating point number. First one 0.1601230, second one minus 20.430527. Let us take one after the other. So let us take this first one 0.1601230. So its conversion. So we need to represent this in two parts. One is the mantissa part and one more is the exponential part. So this is the format we need to identify. So first we are going to identify this exponential value, that is e value we need to identify. Once we have got that one, the later we are going to identify the mantissa part. Now identifying the exponential part, this is the given number. The given number is being divided by 2 to the power of -2 and we are going to get this as the resultant. For a part of cross verification, if you multiply this value by 2 to the power of 2, again we are going to get back this value. That means we are trying to identify the exponential over here. Now in comparison with 2 to the power of -2 with that of 2 to the power of e, we can identify exponential is going to be the -2. And remember, this is not the only choice we are going to have. We can make use of the value 2 to the power of 0 or 2 to the power of -1 over here also. So there is no restriction with respect to how we are going to define this exponential representation. We can represent either 0 or -1 over here and still we are going to get the correct answer, but not exactly the same what we have represented over here, because if you put 2 to the power of -1, then obviously this number is going to be a different value, mantissa is going to be different. So since minus 1, representation of the exponential here will be different, right? So here we are going to consider for further solution 2 to the power of minus 2 is our consideration. Therefore, given number divided by 2 to the power of minus 2, we have got this value. So that means 2 to the power of e we have identified that value. Remaining is the mantissa part that we need to identify. So this is what the value now we are having. Convert this into Q11 format in order to obtain the mantissa part. So this number has been converted to Q11 format, and this is what the result we are going to have. Now cascade this mantissa as well as the exponential part in order to get the final representation. Always the first part is the exponent and second part is going to be the mantissa. Since minus 2, the exponent minus 2, this is a negative value. Therefore, equivalent 2's complement representation is done over here. Therefore, 1110, that is going to represent minus 2 in 2's complement form, and remaining the mantissa part, this is a positive number. Therefore, mantissa is going to be represented as it is, as what we have obtained over here. And here you can observe this red color representation, that is going to represent the sign bit. If it is 0, it is going to indicate it's a positive number. Now let us get into the second one. Second one is the minus 20.430527 given value. Divide that by 2 to the power of 5. Again, remember 5 is not the only choice we are going to have. We can have other choices like 2 to the power of 6 or 2 to the power of 7. Yes, we can have these choices also. Correspondingly, we need to identify the exponential and the mantissa. So in this example, we are considering 2 to the power of 5 to be the exponential realization. That is, the e value is going to be 5 in this case. So dividing this 20.430527 by 2 to the power of 5, we are going to get this value. Since negative value is here, so negative value is present here also. So exponential e we have identified, that is equal to 5 in this case, and this is a positive value what we have obtained as exponential. Continuation, we have to convert this 0.638454 into its equivalent Q11 format. So first we are going to omit the negative sign. So first we are going to identify the equivalent Q11 format for this value, and then to make it negative we must convert that into 2's complement realization. So converting 0.638454 into Q11 format, we are going to get this realization. So anyhow, this calculation you need to show in the previous problem, in the previous case as well as in this case also. How you are going to convert that into the Q11 format, you need to show the complete procedure. That procedure has been discussed in the previous lecture. You can just go through that. So now we have obtained this realization. Since this is a negative number, we need to apply 2's complement for this so that we can get equivalent negative mantissa representation. So after applying the 2's complement, here we are going to have the actual value. Now combine the exponential part and the mantissa part, final representation here we are going to have. So this is what the exponential value 5 we are going to have, because here we consider 2 to the power of 5, and the remaining part is being represented here, where this bit is going to be the sign bit. Sign bit is equal to 1 indicates that this mantissa part is representing a negative number. Now coming to the floating point arithmetic. Two arithmetic operations are being done over here. One is the addition and one more is the multiplication. So let us start with the addition first. So coming to the rule of the addition. So let us consider two numbers x1 and x2 represented in the form x1 is equal to m1 2 to the power of e1, x2 is equal to m2 2 to the power of e2. So now floating point sum is performed by the rule here we are going to have, that is x1 plus x2 we are having. In case if E1 is greater than E2, that is exponential E1 is greater than or equal to E2, this is what the rule that we are going to apply. If E1 is less than E2, this is what the rule we are going to apply. So let us consider an example to understand this to a better extent. So here we are going to have an example problem statement. Add two floating point numbers. So this is the first number and this one is going to be the second number. So now let us take x1 is this first number and x2 and this is going to be the second number. Right? Now try to identify the exponential realizations as per the given data. In this case, E1 is less than E2. E1 is minus 2, E2 is 5, therefore E1 is less than E2. E1 is less than E2 in the sense second rule will become applicable. So apply the second rule for solution. So m1 into 2 to the power of minus of E2 minus E1 plus m2, first part of the solution, then it will be multiplied with 2 to the power of E2. So let us solve part by part. So let us first make solution for m1 into 2 to the power of minus of E2 minus E1. So that is being represented over here. We are having m1 and we are having E2 and E1 values. Those values are substituted over here and we have obtained representation something like this. M1 is like this. After substituting E2 and E1, we have got this as 2 to the power of minus 7. Multiply this one. So we are going to have this value 0.005001068. Convert this into equivalent representation. We are going to have this is the mantissa part of the realization we are going to have. Now this is going to be the first part of the representation and this must be added with m2. Now this is first part, this must be added with m2. So this value has been taken over here and then m2 is represented over here. Add these two. This is what the solution we have got after addition. Right? So this first part of the realization now has been completed. This must be multiplied with 2 to the power of E2. So E2 is a known value, that is equal to 5. Therefore almost we are at the end of the solution. This is what the mantissa part we are having and the exponential part is the E2. E2 is a known value, so we can have it. Now the final floating point representation is, this is the exponential part, that is equal to 5. This is the mantissa part that we have obtained from this addition, so that has been represented. Make a cross verification of this. We need to convert this into a decimal representation. How to make the decimal representation of this one? So what we have obtained over here, we are just converting that into decimal as it is. Mantissa part, exponential part we are going to take. So this is the mantissa part and this is the exponential part we are going to have. Right? So take a look at the mantissa representation. So this is not exact replica of what we have got over here, because when converting this mantissa into equivalent decimal representation, we must first identify the number what we have obtained. Is it a positive or a negative value? Positive, no problem, direct conversion. If it is a negative value, then first we must apply 2's complement for this number and then we must convert that into decimal number. So here what we obtained is a negative number. This 1 is going to represent the resultant is a negative number. Therefore to convert this into decimal, we cannot make exact replica. We must first apply 2's complement for this one. That means from this point, from 0 till this last bit 1, we are going to apply 2's complement. After applying the 2's complement, here is the representation we are having, right? Then into 2 to the power of e2, that's the exponential part we are having. So now conversion procedure. So this location is going to be first location, then second location, third location, so and so. So wherever the term 1 is present, that is nothing but 2 to the power of corresponding location with negative sign. So this is the first location. In the first location 1 is present, so we are going to say 1 into 2 to the power of minus 1. So that will be 2 to the power of minus 1 added with 1, 2 and 3. Here is again 1, so this will become plus 2 to the power of minus 3. Continuation 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 2 to the power of minus 7. 8, 9, 10 and 11. 2 to the power of minus 11 we are having. So add all of this with multiplied with exponential value. So that is 2 to the power of 5. So there is no rule that we must make use of E2 only. This is what the value we are supposed to make use of. Since this value we have taken from E2, I have just represented E2. So don't make any confusion with that respect. What we have obtained here, the same must be represented here. So I think it is better to replace this by directly 2 to the power of 5 itself. Okay, fine. So 2 to the power of 5 here we are going to have. Now this one is converted into decimal. The negative sign is present because of this negative result what we have obtained. The value 1 is there, means this is a negative value. Then after multiplication we have got the result as minus 20.265625 we are going to have, right? So this is one way of making solution for this problem. So there is another way of providing solution for this. Let us go through that also. Same problem, same x1 and x2, but the solution procedure is going to be a little bit different. There we are going to make use of this first rule. So let us go through that one. Now this is going to be the another way of providing solution. So in this solution what we are going to do is we are trying to make the exponential values e1 and e2 equal so that we can apply the first rule for this one. So how to make it equal? So we are having the value of x1, we are having the value of x1. In case of in x2 we are having the exponential value is equal to 5. Try to make the exponential value of x1 so that the e1 as well as the e2 become equal. Therefore here we have taken x2 and trying to manipulate the exponential value so that after conversion the exponential value e1 become equal to e2. So now what is the solution for that? How much we want as an exponential value? Identify that one. We want the exponential value to be equal to 5, and what we are having is minus 2. How to convert this minus 2 to 5? So the only simple procedure is multiplying this by 2 to the power of 7. So simply we cannot multiply this one. So this must be a this must not be change of value. Overall realization value must remain the same. Therefore what we are doing is multiply and divide by 2 to the power of 7 so that the overall remains the same, but what we require we are going to obtain that one. So now 2 to the power of minus 2 into 2 to the power of 7 is what? 2 to the power of 5 we have got, and in the denominator we are having 2 to the power of 7. So now divide this 0.640136718 by 2 to the power of 7, we are going to get this value. Now x1 has been realized as 0.00500168 into 2 to the power of 5. Right? So now convert this into equivalent mantissa and the exponential representation, and this is what we are going to obtain for that one. Right? So now take the mantissa of the first number and the second number, make addition of those two values, and here we are going to have, that's what the procedure here we are having, m1 plus m2 into 2 to the power of minus e1 minus e2. So if we perform 2 to the power of minus e1 minus e2, e1 is also 5, e2 is also 5, this will become 2 to the power of 0, m2 into 2 to the power of 0 we are going to get. So that is not going to change, make any changes to m2. Therefore we are left with m1 plus m2 as a first part of the solution. Then it has to be multiplied with 2 to the power of e1. Right? So therefore, so this exponential, that will become 2 to the power of 0. So we are not going to bother about it. We are just making the addition of m1 and m2. So m1, this is the m2 we are going to have. After addition, this is what the negative number that we obtained. Now the final result is going to be exponential, the mantissa. Mantissa is what we obtained over here, and exponential is nothing but into 2 to the power of e1. Now after modification, e1 is going to be the value 5. Therefore equivalent binary representation done over here, 0 1 0 1. Then this is the mantissa, and this red color one is going to represent, it's a negative number realization. Verification of the same in decimal is presented over here. So here we can clearly understand. So the mantissa part, remember again, this is a negative number. For the conversion purpose, we have applied the 2's complement for this, starting from this 0 up to this one. So we have got this realization, and then it is being multiplied with the exponent. This 2 to the power of e1 is nothing but what we have taken the value over here, the same value is being represented over here. Then after conversion, we have got minus 20.265625. So this is the addition operation we are going to have. Let us get into the multiplication. So again, x1 x2, m1 2 to the power of e1, m2 2 to the power of e2 respectively we are going to have. Then multiplication of these two is equivalent to m1 into m2 multiplied with 2 to the power of e1 plus e2. In a simplified form, we can say that in case of multiplication, we are going to multiply the mantissa part and we are going to add the exponential part. Let us get into an example. So statement, multiply two floating point numbers. So this is the first number, and this is going to be the second number. So let us call this as the x1, and this one is going to be the x2. So identify the respective exponential and the mantissa values. So e1 negative value, that is minus 2, is negative. After applying 2's complement, we are going to have this number, we are going to have this representation. E2 is 5, the positive number represented as it is. Mantissa, corresponding mantissa, then m2 corresponding mantissa we have represented. So we can identify the sign bit. This is positive, this is negative we are going to have. As per the rule, we are going to add two exponents and we are going to multiply the mantissa part. So we are performing the addition of the exponent over here. So e is equal to e1 plus e2. After addition, this is what we have got. So that is equivalent to 3. Multiply the mantissa part. So m1 is there, m2 is there. So before multiplying, we are going to convert the negative, that is m2 mantissa, to the positive, and then we are going to perform the multiplication, and then again we are going to apply the 2's complement to convert that into the negative value. Therefore applying 2's complement to the m2, we have got this one. Then m1 into m2, we are multiplying them together. we have got this as the result. And remember, multiplication of a positive number and a negative number, the resultant is always a negative number. Therefore, after multiplication, we must have the negative number as the result. So therefore, we must convert this into its equivalent 2's complement realization. Therefore, we have converted that into equivalent 2's complement realization representing the negative number. Now the complete solution is given by the exponential part first and then the mantissa part, where this one bit is going to represent the negative number, that is the mantissa is a negative value. Thanks for joining.